India is one of the 4 countries that have landed on the moon. India is one of the few countries that have intercontinental ballistic missiles, rocket launching capabilities.
हाँ, नमस्ते रवि। नमस्ते रवि जी।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
नमस्ते। हेलो।
नमस्ते नमस्ते। India is number one
नमस्ते।
software
You are
development.
again disconnected.
Yeah, चलेगा?
But we are already here.
Yeah, continue.
No,
So,
but okay. So we were at the knowledge power.
okay, yeah. So you can see that India is number one in software development. It is number one in call centers. It is number one in business process outsourcing and knowledge process outsourcing. And India has the maximum number of software engineers. Then India is number one in youth power, and it will remain so for another 30 years. India is number one in diamond cutting. India is number one in tea and milk production. Hero Honda produces maximum number of motorbikes. Bharat Forge is the largest forging company in the world. Then India is number two in truck manufacture. It is number two in rice and wheat productions, number two in vegetable and fruit productions. It is number four in pharmaceutical productions. It is number five in commercial car productions. So India is advancing very fast in mobile phones and automobiles and pharmaceuticals and machineries and research and development, satellites, supercomputers, etc. Many of our scientists should have got Nobel Prizes like Srinivas Ramanujam or Jagdish Chandra Bose or Dr. Satyendranath Bose, but they were denied because India was a colonial under the Britishers. In many scientists who worked in foreign countries are also have left a my mark. Many people feel that Yellapakada Subbarao should have got at least 2 Nobel Prizes for the medicines that he prepared cancer for the cancer drugs that he had invented. Similarly, Dr. Rangaswamy Srinivasan, thanks to him, LASIK eye surgery has brought eyesight to millions and millions of people around the world. Dr. Praveen Chaudhary is the one who gave rewritable compact disc to the world. Dr. Shiv Subramanya, a Swayamsevak, was the coordinator, a joint coordinator for 20 years for US space missions. So we can see in this now we'll see what happens in the knowledge this third criteria, that is it must be a land of wealth creators. I'll just give one example. Some years back when eight richest people list was made, four out of these eight were Indians. For example, number one was Warren Buffett of USA. Number two was Carlos Slim Helu of Mexico. Number three was Bill Gates of USA. But number four, number five, number six, and number eight were all Indians. That is Lakshmi Mittal, Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani, and Dr. KP Singh. So the seventh one was from Sweden. So this we can see, Karlo Dunya Muthi mein, we have been had. If Anil Ambani, the Ambani brothers, if their wealth is put together, they can buy the entire stock exchange of Karachi. Now it's very strange. India and Pakistan became free on the same day, in the same year 1947, and today one family in India can buy the entire stock exchange of Karachi, and you can see that stock exchange of Karachi will have at least a sizable percentage will be foreign investment. So whole country can be purchased by one family. If you put the Ambani brothers together, then they are richer than the world's number one also. Not only that, overseas Indians are also among the richest people around the world. If you take Hong Kong, Thailand, Dubai, the per capita income of the Indians in the foreign countries is far higher than the per capita income of the local people or any other community. Even in USA, the per capita income of the Indians is the highest compared to Japanese or the Jews or the local Americans. So this in knowledge-based society, earning is proportional to learning, and because we are advanced in learning, we have been worshipping Saraswati for so many ages. Now Lakshmi is following Saraswati. Now we'll go. One more interesting thing is that Hindu family system, which is responsible for our education system and is also responsible for our economic growth. India, while we see the world, all the countries like European countries and American countries, which have been following capitalism, are now facing financial crisis. India is not that affected because it is the family values that has saved India, and that is the benchmark or the accelerator for our growth. India has the maximum savings in the world. Our gross domestic saving is 30% of our gross domestic product. Similarly, overseas Indians deposit to India maximum money as compared to the Chinese or the Americans or the Pakistanis. And why? Again, it is the family values. Every overseas Indian feels that his father, his mother who are back in India, his sisters and brothers who are in India should lead a better life, and therefore they send money to India. And this money is also helping India and growth of our country. So it is not the capitalism alone is helping, it is the Indian culture is helping our country. The fourth criteria for superpower means we must be able to influence other countries. And this India is doing in three different ways. Most of the scholars in the world who take to Bhagavad Gita, who take to Sanskrit, who are mesmerized by the knowledge contained in it. So scientists like Einstein, Oppenheimer, Schrodinger, Neil Bohr have praised Bharat for her philosophy because they see that the philosophy and science are merging at many places. Similarly, ancient Hindu rishis had traveled to different parts of the world and left imprints which are seen today in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Burma, China, Japan are highly proud of their ancient Hindu heritage. Ramayana exists in all these countries for more than 1,000 years. And today, Indian diaspora is one of the largest diasporas of the world, and people of Indian origin are elected by the people as the prime ministers and presidents, or as members of parliament, as ministers, or at least as mayors in about 30 countries. So, not going through all these details, we'll go to the next. We see some of these names of Indian origin who are heads of states: Shivsagar Ram Gulam, Aniruddha Jagannath, Dr. Naveen Ram Gulam of Mauritius, Devan Nair and S.R. Nathan of Singapore, Cheddi Jagan, Bharat Jagdev of Guyana, Anand Satyanand is the Governor General of New Zealand, then Vasudev Pandey of Trinidad, and today the Trinidad Prime Minister is a lady, Kamala Prasad Bisesar, Mahendra Chaudhary of Fiji. Then, in recent times, you must be feeling very happy that Sanjeev Mehta, a CEO of a company, has purchased the East India Company, which ruled India for more than 150 years. Asked why he purchased this East India Company, he said, "It is not for monetary reasons that I have purchased this East India Company, because as a child, I always thought that East India Company ruled over us. Now we should rule over East India Company, and that is why I purchased." Similarly, Subra Suresh has been appointed as the director of National Science Foundation. C.K. Prahlad was once upon a time the most intelligent person in the world. This way, we are leaving our mark in the world. Now, women and youth empowerment. We'll see the youth empowerment. A 4-year-old boy, Budhya Singh, ran 65 kilometers and made a world record. 9-year-old Kishan Srikanth is the youngest film director of the world. 5-year-old Ajay Ravi Puri of Bangkok is a mini Microsoft kid because he can work on all the Microsoft products. 14-year-old Vishwanath Anand was the youngest grandmaster of his time, and till today he is number one in chess and also in rapid chess. 14-year-old Akrit Jaiswal is the youngest surgeon of the world. 7-year-old Sushma Verma has completed her school education, class 10. Her 14-year-old brother Shailendra Verma is the youngest engineer of the world. And what is strange is their mother is totally illiterate and father has studied only up to 4th standard. The list goes on. Overseas Indians also. Dr. Balamurali Ambati, at the age of 17, completed his medical science from New York University. Similarly, Subhash Gopinath, at the age of 17, is the youngest multi-millionaire of the world because he has companies in 40 countries of the world. Similarly, Vijay Singh of Fiji has been world gold champion for several years. 19-year-old Pankaj Advani is the world champion in two different games. Billiards also number one and snooker also number one. Dhyanchand of his time was the greatest hockey player of the world. Between 1928 and 1956, India was the unquestioned gold medalist in Olympics in all the hockey games. In those 28 years, India scored 174 goals and conceded only 7 goals to all the world. Now see the women power of India. The first women prime minister of the world was Simo Bandaranaike from Sri Lanka, and the second was Indira Gandhi of India, both in the 60s. So you can see Hinduism, Buddhism has contributed to this. Many years later, Margaret Thatcher, Golda Meir also became presidents of the Western world, prime ministers of the Western world. 11-year-old Dronavalli Harika is the youngest chess international women master. Similarly, Mary Kom established a world record when for 3 consecutive years she was the world boxing champion. Anuja Thakur, a 22-year-old college student, was number one in world snooker and number three in billiards. Koneru Hampi, wherever she goes, brings a gold medal for chess for India. Sheetal Mahajan, at the age of 22 from Pune, is the only girl in the world who made successful jump from a parachute in both North Pole and South Pole. And similarly, there are many other women who have made India proud. In the last decade, one Indian lady has been the most influential lady of the world. She is neither Sania nor Sonia. She is Indira Nooyi, CEO of Pepsi. Similarly, Gurinder Chadda, Chitra Bharucha, Kiran Desai have made their marks in different fields like film director or BBC or youngest women Booker Prize winner, etc. 19-year-old Kavya Vishwanathan. And in cricket, we see many people of Indian origin in different countries. But what about America? The captain of America's cricket team, both one-day and five-day test match, is also an Indian. You may ask, is it Ricky Ponting? No, I am talking of Thalekar, who is the captain of Australia's women cricket. And women have achieved what men could not do. And if you have any doubt, you may ask Sunita Pandya. But with all these five criteria, one can become a superpower. But India goes further to this. Beyond this is a Vishwaguru. So it must be a land of spiritual leaders. And look at the spiritual leaders. Mata Amrutananda, Satya Sai Baba, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, or A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Yoga Guru Swami Ramdev Baba, Dalai Lama, Satyanarayan Goenka are in great demand all over the world. Wherever they go, thousands and thousands of foreigners throng to meet them or to hear their lectures. China has invited Pramukh Swamiji to come and build a huge Hindu temple. And I have already told you about our cultural values in the form of Gita, yoga, Sanskrit. More than 220 universities of the world are teaching Sanskrit, mostly to non-Indians, and our family values and Ayurveda. So we can see on one hand, India is rising economically, it is rising culturally, and therefore the future is bright for us. We have some pitfalls. 22% of our population is still below poverty line, and with this we cannot claim to be a developed country. But Seva International, Seva Bharati, Ekal Vidyalay, with more than 157,000 projects, are trying to bridge the gap so that within 5 years we will be able to educate all these 22% of the people, and then people will get better jobs and better opportunities in life, and really India will be able to be a Vishwaguru and make a mark in its Jai Shri Ram. Hanji, if anyone has any questions, maybe after Prarthana, I'll be happy to answer.
Yes. धन्यवाद रवि जी. We will head towards Prarthana first. I have sent you everybody of you the Prarthana link, and we will continue it in lead and follow way as usual. Everybody can sit at their position comfortably, but in Namaskar sthiti. Everybody will be put in Namaskar position. Prarthana. सर्वमंगल मांगल्यं
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं
देवीं सर्वार्थसाधिकां
देवीं सर्वार्थसाधिकां
शरण्यां सर्वभूतानां
शरण्यां सर्वभूतानां
नमामि सर्वभूमिमां
नमामो भूमिमातरं
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय
विश्वमङ्गलहेतवे
विश्वमङ्गलहेतवे
विश्वधर्मैकमूलाय
विश्वधर्मैकमूलाय
नमोऽस्तु परमात्मने
नमोऽस्तु परमात्मने
विश्वधर्मविकासार्थं
विश्वधर्मविकासार्थं
प्रभो सङ्घटिता वयं
प्रभो सङ्घटिता वयं
शुभामाशिषमस्मभ्यं
शुभामाशिषमस्मभ्यं
देहि तत्परिपूर्तये
देहि तत्परिपूर्ते
अजेयम् आत्मसामर्थ्यं
सामर्थ्यं
सुशीलं लोकपूजितं सामर्थ्यं
सुशीलं लोकपूजितं
ज्ञानं च देहि विश्वेश
ज्ञानं च देहि विश्वेश
ध्येयमार्गप्रकाशकम्
ध्येयमार्गप्रकाशकम्
समुत्कर्षोऽस्तु नो नित्यं
समुत्कर्षोऽस्तु नो नित्यं
निःश्रेयसस्तमन्वितः
निःश्रेयसमन्वितः
तत्साधकं स्फुरत्वन्तः
तत्साधकं स्तुत्वन्तः
सुवीरौ व्रतमुज्ज्वलम्
सुवीरवृतमुज्ज्वलं
विश्वधर्मप्रकाशेन विश्वधर्मप्रकाशेन
विश्वशान्ति प्रवर्तते
विश्वशान्ति प्रवर्तते विश्वधर्मप्रकाशेन हिन्दुसङ्घटनाकार्ये
हिन्दुसङ्घटनाकार्ये
ध्येयनिष्ठा स्थिरा पुनः
ध्येयनिष्ठा स्थिरा पुनः
सङ्घशक्तिर्विजयश्रियम्
सङ्घशक्तिर्विजयप्रियं
कृत्वा सद्धर्मरक्षणम् परमं वैभवं प्राप्तुं
परमं वैभवं प्राप्तुं
समर्थास्तु तवाशिषा
समर्थास्तु तवाशिषा
त्वदीयपुण्यकार्येऽस्मिन्
त्वदीये पुण्यकार्येऽस्मिन्
विश्वकल्याणसाधके
विश्वकल्याणसाधके
तस्यायं
त्यागसेवावृतस्यायं
कायो मे पततो
कायो मे पततु प्रभो
विश्वधर्म की जय.
विश्वधर्म की जय
मुझे प्रणाम. एक दो तीन संघ स्वीकृत. स्वस्थ. Okay. Ravi ji, it was a very enlightened outreach for all of us to know a lot of details about how the Bharat is going to be not only the superpower but the Vishwa Guru for the entire world. Uh, I request all the Swayamsevaks to first give a brief parichay, and accordingly we can ask the questions or any query to Ravi. We will start with Satya ji. Satya,
Yeah.
introduce yourself, give a parichay.
Namaste. I am Satya Narayana. I am doing my master's in Radio Science and Engineering in Helsinki University of Technology in Finland. I was based in Chennai till last August, and I have landed in Finland a couple of months back.
हाँ जी.
धन्यवाद. कमलेश जी. Kamlesh ji, can you give a parichay? Are you there? I guess, okay, but I guess he is bit, means his internet is bit lagging, so I guess he will hear the voice after some minutes.
In the meantime, are you able to see my face also?
Sorry?
मैं रवि कुमार पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपको मेरा
हाँ बोलिए.
कैमरा के सामने बैठा हूँ, क्या पिक्चर भी दिखता था क्या?
हाँ 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 पूरे. हाँ, रमेश जी है क्या वहाँ अभी?
रमेश जी हाँ बगल में है, दूसरे कमरे में.
अरे वाह वाह, ओके. रमेश जी भी ये वो तो आपने वो तो बैकबोन है अभी.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
माधवी चैनल.
हाँ.
तो उनका भी परिचय हो सके तो कमलेश जी के बाद उनका परिचय होगा. कमलेश जी, आपका परिचय दीजिए.
आवाज आ रही है क्या? मेरा स्पीकर तो प्रॉब्लम है मेरे यहाँ.
नहीं ठीक है. अभी आवाज आ रही है, आप बोलिए. आप
एबल टू हियर?
यस यस आई एम एबल टू हियर.
परिचय दीजिए.
हेलो.
बोलते जाइए.
बोलिए कमलेश जी.
ठीक. आई एम कमलेश. आई एम कमलेश. आई एम द I am Kamlesh Sarvapanthy, currently in Lagos, traffic work and 7 years the science last 7 years, and in previously I was handling the Daito of IT. I have IT Pramukh in Delhi, and now I am in Nigeria since last 4 months and working as in Tech Mahindra in Noida.
नाइजीरिया में और कोई स्वयंसेवक मिले क्या आपको?
कमलेश जी, आपके लिए प्रश्न है.
नमस्कार, हम जी दीपक बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ दीपक जी, आपका परिचय दीजिए तो आप उत्तर दे पाएंगे.
हाँ, मेरा नाम दीपक रस्तोगी है. मैं ग्वालियर मध्य प्रदेश से हूँ और अभी गाजियाबाद में सेटल्ड हूँ.
हेलो.
हेलो.
वही
कमलेश एक्चुअली मेरे साथ ही है कमलेश जी, तो मैं अपना लैपटॉप लेकर मुझे बंद कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं ठीक है. तो दीपक जी, आप आपका परिचय कंटिन्यू कीजिए. हमें सभी को मालूम है कि आप लागत में ही है, दोनों एक साथ ये, तो आप भी उत्तर दिया तो चलेगा. आपने भी उत्तर दिया तो चलेगा. सभी स्वयं से लागू क्लियर कीजिए.
ठीक है सर. मेरा नाम दीपक रस्तोगी है और ग्वालियर मध्य प्रदेश से बिलोंग करता हूँ. अभी करेंटली लागोस में हूँ. टेक महिंद्रा में जॉब करते हैं और परमानेंट जॉब इंडिया में है, नोएडा में. मेरी सर्वायु 1 साल है और इंदिरापुरम में आदव शाखा है, वहाँ पर हमारी चमकी शाखा लगती है.
बढ़िया. सुहास जी.
नमस्कार, मैं सुहास जोशी, मैं बेलगांव का स्वयंसेवक हूँ और 1980 से बाहर विदेश में आया हूँ. पहले मिडिल ईस्ट में 15 साल था और अभी कैरिबियन में 15 साल सिंकिस नेविस और यहाँ की सेंट्रल अमेरिका के रीजन में रहता हूँ. तो यहाँ जितना भी हो सके हिंदू संगठन का काम गयानीज इंडियंस और ट्रिनिडाडियन इंडियंस को इकट्ठा करके करते हैं.
अभी मैं साउथ अमेरिका जाके आया, अर्जेंटीना और चिली में. मैं रवि कुमार।
सुभाष जी आपको सुन लिया था रवि जी क्या बोले?
नहीं सुनाई नहीं दिया बराबर।
हाँ वो ओके, वो अभी अर्जेंटीना और साउथ अमेरिका के दौरे पे थे, तो उनकी वहाँ प्रवास पे थे,
चिली
तो
चिली।
वही वो कह रहे थे। ओके रवि जी, आप जरा थोड़े से माइक के सामने अगर पास थोड़े से पास आके बोले तो शायद और क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी।
अर्जेंटीना और चिली जाकर आया हूँ मैं।
ओके चिली में।
अच्छा जी।
ओके
इसके बारे में रवि जी, मैं बेलीज में कुछ दिनों के लिए था, अभी पूरा महीना भर था, और उसके पहले 1995 में बेलीज में एक ज़्यादा जानकारी जो मिली वो मैंने जो हमारे टिंडाट के स्वामी जी हैं उनको दी थी, आपको भी वो थोड़ी देना चाहता हूँ। तो जो बेलीज में माया कल्चर है, माया कल्चर
बेनीज कहाँ पे है?
हम लोगों से मिलती। हाँ जी,
कौन से कंट्री के बारे में बात कर रहे हो?
बेलीज
वो
सेंट्रल अमेरिका।
सेंट्रल अमेरिका, अच्छा। हाँ हाँ
मैं वहाँ अभी एक महीने के लिए था।
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
उससे पहले 5-6 बार बेलीज जा चुका हूँ, और वहाँ 95 में जब पहली बार गया था तो कुछ एंशिएंट टेम्पल्स भी मुझे एक वहाँ के लेके गए थे। ये तो पता नहीं था, मतलब जब मैंने देखा तो वो हमारे मीनाक्षी और मदुराई टेम्पल जैसे ही था। तो बाद में और किसी से थोड़ी जानकारी करने के बाद पता चला कि वहाँ एक्सकेवेशंस में गणेश जी के, शिव जी के वगैरह सब कुछ मूर्तियाँ वगैरह मिली थी, लिंग भी मिला था, मगर वो वहाँ मिशनरी एक्टिविटीज ने उसको ऊपर ज़्यादा उसका क्या कहते हैं इंफॉर्मेशन आने नहीं दिया। तो धीरे धीरे जब मैं उनकी जो माया का फॉरेस्ट वगैरह एरिया है वहाँ जब गया तो मैंने देखा कि मेरी स्किन कलर में उनकी स्किन कलर में कोई फर्क नहीं है। काफ़ी लोग मुझे सोचने लगे कि मैं माया माया नहीं हूँ। और जब आगे जाके और थोड़ा ज़्यादा देखा, उनको पूछा कि आप भगवान को क्या कहते हैं, तो बोलने लगे ईश, वी प्रे ईश, वो ईश्वर है। और बाद में धीरे धीरे जाके थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में पढ़ने के बाद पता चला कि रामायण में उसके बारे में काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण उल्लेख है। रामायण में मय सभा करके उल्लेख है, और वो हिसाब से हम लोग जब लॉन्जिट्यूड उसका देखेंगे बिलीज का तो 180 डिग्री जस्ट बिलो इंडिया आ जाता है। तो पाताल जो शब्द है तो जस्ट यूज प्रोबेबली इन दैट सेंस 180 डिग्री लॉन्जिट्यूड बिलो। तो वो जो हनुमान जी मैं सभा में यहाँ आए थे रावण के वही, और वही रावण ही रावण के युद्ध में, तो ऐसा एक स्क्रिप्चर का ऐसा एक लिंक लग सकता है कि माइट हैव कम टू बिलीव एट दैट टाइम इन दैट एरिया। तो वो हमारे ही कुछ लोग वहाँ उन दिनों में गए होंगे और काफ़ी संस्कृति बढ़ी होगी। और आगे जाके अभी ये जो काफ़ी माया कल्चर के बारे में सन गॉड वगैरह जो सब कुछ आता है, तो हो सकता है दिस इज क्वाइट गुड लिंक बिटवीन ऑल दैट। तो वो हिसाब से आगे जाके अभी बिलीज में देखते हैं, मुझे यदि कोई चांस मिला और वहाँ जाके कुछ कार्य का ये हो जाए तो देखेंगे। अगर आप प्रवास में रहते हैं तो आपको अभी वहाँ कुछ यदि कोई लिंक तो वो काम का थोड़ा ये हो।
धन्यवाद।
बढ़िया। लीना जी खेड़कर।
Hello, I'm Leena Khedkar. Basically, I'm from Pune. Currently, I'm in Germany, Berlin, pursuing Masters in Business Administration.
ओके रवि जी, वहाँ रमेश जी है तो रमेश जी को परिचय।
हाँ, रमेश जी का परिचय मैं ही करा देता हूँ। रमेश सुब्रमण्यम संघ प्रचारक थे बम्बई में, बाद में मॉरिशस उनको भेजा गया था, वहाँ भी कई साल वो प्रचारक रहे। फिर बाद में अभी भारत आए हैं, और बम्बई का जो विश्व विभाग का कार्यालय है यहाँ का काम भी देखते हैं। अमेरिका के बैक ऑफिस के नाते भी यहाँ से काम बहुत कुछ होता है, यूएसए का काम वो सब देखते हैं। सेवा इंटरनेशनल का भी काम देखते हैं, और बम्बई में जो विश्व अध्ययन केंद्र संस्था है उसके वे जनरल सेक्रेटरी भी हैं। 3rd ईयर ट्रेंड है, घोष में भी अच्छे उनके निपुणता है। किसी को कोई प्रश्न पूछना हो तो पूछ सकते हैं। हाँ, और किसी का
और
परिचय है?
अभी अभी वो ई शाखा का भी जो पूरा यूएस का जो डेटाबेस है, वहाँ के लिए संपर्क भी पूरा रवि जी प्रोवाइड करते हैं।
रमेश जी करते हैं।
तो तो पहले से रमेश जी और माधवी शाखा भी कनेक्ट करें, तो हमारे लिए काफी वो योगदान है। बढ़िया। और कोई है आपके साथ वहाँ रवि जी?
नहीं नहीं, कोई नहीं।
ओके ओके, मैं मेरा परिचय करवा के हूँ। मेरा पूर्ण नाम हेरंब हेमंत कुलकर्णी, मूलतः पुणे महाराष्ट्र का स्वयंसेवक, बचपन से स्वयंसेवक हूँ और अभी फिनलैंड तांपेरे में स्थित हूँ। यहाँ का फिनलैंड का कार्य और यूरोपियन कार्यकारिणी का सदस्य। धन्यवाद।
आज के कार्यकर्ताओं में से कितने लोग विश्व संघ शिविर में मिलेंगे?
आज के मैं तो होऊंगा ही, मेरी पत्नी भी होंगी और कमलेश जी पक्का होंगे।
अच्छा,
कमलेश जी, अभी आपको अगर आवाज सुनाई दे रही है तो कृपया आप बोल सकते हैं, अगर ज्यादा लैग नहीं है तो।
हाँ, आवाज तो मुझे सुनाई दे रही, आवाज सुनाई दे रही है। मुझे ऐसा लगता है मुझे मेरी आवाज नहीं जा रही है।
हाँ, तो शायद
I'm able to hear.
yes, ठीक है। कमलेश जी लागोस से आएंगे।
बहुत अच्छा।
सुहास जी का मुझे मालूम नहीं। सुहास जी क्या कैसा है आपका?
नहीं, दुर्भाग्य से नहीं।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
ओके, सबसे
ये सुहास जी वही है जो
ओके,
हैटी में गए थे? हैटी में भी कोई सुहास जोशी गए थे ना?
नहीं, बेलीज में गया था।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
बेलीज, सेंट्रल अमेरिका के मेक्सिको के नीचे जो बेलीज है।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं दूसरे संदर्भ में पूछ रहा था कि हैटी में जो अर्थक्वेक हुआ था तो उस समय सेवा कार्य करने के लिए कुछ लोग गए थे। अच्छा।
कवि जी,
हाँ जी।
एक छोटा सा एक आपसे निवेदन है।
हाँ।
सभी को एक बार ब्रीफली अगर आपने विश्व संघ शिविर का अगर मैसेज दिया तो वो भी अच्छा होगा। ब्रीफली किस तरह से है, क्योंकि सत्या जी को शायद मालूम नहीं है, बाकी के सभी को मालूम नहीं है विश्व संघ शिविर के बारे में।
वैसे 5 साल में एक बार अलग अलग देशों में काम करने वाले स्वयंसेवकों की
Can you speak in English, please?
ओके, once in 5 years the important karyakartas working for Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh or Seva International or Vishwa Hindu Parishad in different countries, they come together in some place or in Bharat. So the first conference took place in 1990 at Bangalore. The second Vishwa Sangha Shibir took place at Vadodara in 1995. The third one in the year 2000 was held in Bombay. The fourth one in the year 2005 was held in Karnavati, that is Ahmedabad. The fifth one will be held now in the year 2010 at Pune. It starts on 29th of December, say after lunch, with lunch, and it will conclude on 3rd January, Monday, with a breakfast. We expect about 600 swamsek from overseas, from about 40 countries. It's a unique experience for those who have attended so far. They cannot forget this in their lifetime. That's what they have been telling. So you meet all the karyakartas from different parts of the world, and therefore when you exchange notes with each other, you get inspirations, and our work grows rapidly after this conference. And along with this, at the end of this or before the conference, there are several sightseeing uh, travels made in different parts of India. People like to go in groups to these places, maybe South India, maybe the Western Ghats, maybe to Varanasi and Uttar Pradesh places, or to Kashmir, etc. So different people have opted for different of these travels and they will be going. You can also join them. It will be again another fun and great experience.
धन्यवाद। Okay, so those of us who have already confirmed they already know about the details about Vishwa Sangha Shikir, but those who are still waiting for their planning to confirm, I request everybody to continue with their final planning so that we will be able to meet there. Right now we are meeting through e-Shaka, but there we will be physical. Okay, धन्यवाद. अगर अगर किसी को कोई प्रश्न है, if anybody has any questions about Bauddhik or in general about our our Sangha Karya all over the world, it's a good time to ask Ravi. अगर अगर अगर
रवि जी अभी कितने कंट्री में है वर्तमान में?
मैं अभी बम्बई से बोल रहा हूँ.
क्योंकि शायद वो
धर्म जी कमलेश पूछ रहा हूँ मैं.
आप
Namaste, Ravi ji.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Ravi ji, it was very informative about this, and but unfortunately, I missed earlier part. So, is it possible for you to share this about this with us, maybe?
I don't know which part you missed. And
okay,
I think somebody has recorded it.
Yes. Leena ji, we have recorded the morning Bauddhik.
Okay.
So that okay, we have uploaded it in our e-Shaka wiki page. We will just edit it by tonight, and tomorrow morning you will be able to hear all the Bauddhik on our e-Shaka main web page.
Okay, thank you.
Very, very nice. And I have very nice.
Very informative.
Very.
Okay, Kamlesh ji was asking that what was your Karya Kshetra when you are in eastern part of the world?
I was stationed in Hong Kong in the year 1982, and I was traveling to Southeast Asian countries. Later, I was transferred to Bangkok, but I was again traveling to the Southeast Asian countries. Then I was posted to Sydney, and from there I was taking care of all the eastern countries. So Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, not Korea, but Taiwan, and various countries I have visited. And we have shakas in all these places now. Yes, anything else you wanted to know in particular?
Yes, okay. Okay, I have one question then.
Yeah.
Is there any country which you visited where our shakas are not working, but we have our Swayamsevaks there? Is there any samparka which we have?
Recently I had been to Chile and Argentina. While I left Hong Kong and reached those places, I had no idea of any Swayamsevak there. But I went there as to give lectures on Vedic mathematics. When people come for the classes, then we understand that there is a Swayamsevak. So in the process, I was able to see 4 Swayamsevaks. Then similarly, when I first time went to New Zealand, I went on meeting various Indian communities, and slowly we came to know Swayamsevaks, and then this slowly Shaka started there. So only Taiwan has a very small population, Indian population. One person said that I also know what RSS is, but there are hardly any Indians there to start any Shaka. Wherever there is a sizable population, there will always be some Swayamsevak, and we will be able to start. In fact, when I went to Malaysia, there were no Swayamsevaks. But we had to create Swayamsevak from among the Hindu population, and then slowly now the Sangha work started, and there have been many Pracharaks also coming out from them. So it's all a good experience in different countries, different experiences. But at the end, we see Shaka growing, Swayamsevaks and Karyakartas getting trained, Pracharaks coming out from these countries. Yeah, anything else? Dhanyavad.
We have that situation in Caribbean, sadly. Except Trinidad and Guyana and Suriname, other Caribbean countries like Barbados, Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent, Grenada, Dominica, Saint Kitts Nevis, Antigua, all these places we don't have any shakas. We have few Swayamsevaks on one island, maybe one or two. Like me and Vijay Kush Punjabi, we are here in Saint Kitts Nevis. Of course, he's in Saint Kitts and I'm in Nevis. Just one on each island. With that kind of situation, we are here. So, as earlier you said, we are Swayamsevaks on some of the countries, but without shaka.
But how many, what is the Indian Hindu population there?
Yes, actually, yeah, exactly. So I guess my point was that okay, yeah, it's just for we can means actually we are connected to Kristi Shaka where we don't have active Shaka in place. So my request to Raviji as well, if you know any of the Samparka where Shakas are not been there, we are happy to invite them to our Shaka.
Definitely, definitely.
As well as we will be in Samparka with them.
That's true.
Okay, धन्यवाद रवि जी.
धन्यवाद.
It's quite late. It's already 12:15 over there.
Yeah.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने दोनों शाखा में
आप स्वयंसेवक है ना?
हमें मार्गदर्शन किया.
हम सब स्वयंसेवक है. कौन किसको धन्यवाद देगा?
नहीं, धन्यवाद इसलिए कि आपने बहुत रात को जाग के.
नहीं, ऐसे क्या है, तो पार्ट ऑफ आवर वर्क. बहुत अच्छा है, आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हो और विजयदशमी की शुभकामनाएं सबको.
शुभकामनाएं सभी को, विजयदशमी की शुभकामनाएं. हमने यहाँ फिनलैंड में अभी दोपहर को हमारे यहाँ एक पूरे मराठी जो हमारे